It was a vacant warehouse, but you're about 2 blocks long. It's a large building, and approximately half of it was destroyed.
Half was destroyed. What section of the building, sir? One end or southeast or?
The north end was destroyed.
North end completely destroyed. And
we were able to keep it from the other warehouse, the Sears warehouse on the south side.
It's adjoining the Sears warehouse?
Right.
When was it contained, Chief?
We had to contain within an hour. Now, we'll probably have companies here all night, but we will have probably overhaul companies the rest of the night. We'll control the fire within an hour's time.
Chief, what are some of the reasons that causes a fire to go from one alarm to another?
Well, in this case, this was heavy, dried timbers, a vacant warehouse with no fire stops in the wall in the building whatsoever. So the firemen had to fight the fire, surround the fire, really, because there's no fire stops built in the building.
I think are being consistent with our philosophy and deciding our difference of opinion in this fashion. The state merely has sanctioned the procedure, which by means of which we have determined our county leadership from the first.
Do you plan to continue to submit yourself as chairman, or do you plan to resign as was reported at one time?
I'll leave that up to the county committee.
If they wanted you, or do you anticipate that you still have a majority of the support within the committee?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have no doubt of that.
Well, I think his candidacy is entirely left up to Dan Smoot, and it depends. I think the committee is the majority of the committee, I'll say that, is behind Dan Smoot.
Well, I really, of course, everything that's happened about My Lai is all alleged facts, and so no one really knows what happened over there. I will say this, that this is one of the reasons that I feel so strongly about my job. The reason we are coming out to Dallas now to contact the top young men in Dallas and throughout the country, because we need the best possible men we can find in our country today in uniform today, because many pressures are placed upon our people in uniform, our leaders, all over the country, that normally these things would have gone by unnoticed. Many of the things that the average naval officer or Army officer, Air Force officer for that matter, he does a daily routine work that decisions of the highest level and of the utmost integrity are required. and yet we as Americans never hear about them. But once one man falters, then we hear about it. And regardless, like I say, I don't know what effect this will have, but to me, it just strengthens my own motivation to get the top young man. So that I hope that someday I can honestly say that this will never happen again, because I know that we'll have the top young man in uniform in the years to come.